guys, it's Dez and Kat, Kat and Dez Unhaltered.
I'm Kat.
And I'm Dez.
Welcome to our channel.
Okay, so this is just gonna be a video about us. I'm gonna talk about why we made the YouTube channel.
We started the YouTube channel as like something for us to do on our free time, like because it's fun, especially during COVID and stuff, with everything being either closed down or like restricted access for people or a limited amount of people.
Yeah.
It's nice to have something to do.
Yeah. And I feel like YouTube's a very open space where you can be really creative. And I feel like my life's been kind of boring. All I ever do is work, and it's going to be winter soon, so I'm never gonna leave the house.
I don't like winter.
Yeah, no. Our channel is Equine vlogs and
mostly Western, because I don't ride English. I prefer barrel racing. I prefer Western pleasure.
How we got into riding. So I rode at a local barn here when I was younger. I don't remember what age exactly it was. I don't know if I want to
We don't want to like say names of barns, just to keep confidentiality, privacy of the people who go to the barn still. So we'll just call them like Barn A, Barn B, and Barn C, because there's only a few barns like or stables in our area. But so how did you start like riding? Like what discipline?
I started English saddle. And basically, I was first starting off, so I was just like learning how to ride horses and do all that stuff. So we got to learn how to tack up and whatnot, and then we get into the arena and we just basically work on simple walk, trot, and canters at first. And I got to the point where we were jumping little cross rails. That was really fun. And it's also like very proper, I feel. And I'm someone who likes to have like a little bit of fun in what I'm doing, and not that I didn't have fun doing it, I just had to be more serious when I was doing English, because it was like also you wanted your horse to do well, but then there's times where you'd have to do well as well. It was a lot, and I didn't really like it. Yeah. Anyways, that's how I got into riding. How'd you get into riding?
I started at Barn B. I was I think I was 11 or 12. I started Western. We were doing barrels. I worked with like a couple different horses there. Obviously that you get, when you first start off there, you get like the regular lesson horse, but then they tried me on a couple new horses, and then I was working with a horse that had arthritis. We were doing barrels together, and then Riley, we were working barrels together too. And then I stopped when I was about 16, I think. Stopped, and then they sold, Barn B sold their barn. Now it's Barn C. We'll talk about Barn C later.
Yeah, we'll talk about Barn C.
Barn C is a lesson.
It is.
Barn C is a lesson.
Yeah, why we didn't ride for so long.
And why we decided to get back into it.
Yeah. So for me, I think at the age, also still trying to figure out like what I wanted to do, like as far as sports, and like, you know, like you find
extracurriculars.
You find that one that you like really love. And I have always loved riding in horses. But I think also as my parents, they felt it was getting too expensive, because I did get to the point where I obviously did want my own horse, and they made the decision, and you know, I kind of wanted to try something new too at the time, to pull me out of horseback riding before I got to the point where that's all I wanted to do, and that's all I did, and that's why I didn't ride for so long. I think it was, you know, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah, and when you get to a certain level too, it gets more expensive.
Because you want to go on shows, you want to do all this fun stuff. You want your own tack, you want... Why did I stop? Well, it was kind of the same thing with my mom. My mom was a single mom, so she didn't really have much money to just be like, hey, here's a horse, or like, let's go horseback riding lessons. Yeah. But I did do it. I did it for 4 years, so I got I got enough out of it to learn the basics and to know the foundation. The reason why we got back into it, depression, mental illness. We're gonna put the mental health link in the caption below. And I don't think people talk about it enough, in the sense that it literally happens to you even though you don't know it's happening.
And then you start to settle for that normal.
Yeah, like that's your normal now, but
That's
it's
your
really
normal?
not normal.
No, it's not. Because you do forget like what makes you happy, and like you forget to go out and do things with your life, and you become like so isolated. I think for both of us,
We did that. We just isolated ourselves completely from everything and everyone. Like we were going to college together. We were in the same program.
Yeah.
I had previously been in pre-health at the college in my hometown.
I went away for pre-health.
Yeah.
Volleyball.
Yeah, and I dropped out the first 2 months. I couldn't do it. I got back into it. Was doing super well. We were doing really well for the first semester. The wave hit again, and
we decided to get back into riding for
that
specific reason, and
just to like see if it could boost our drive.
Ironically enough, you know, like we're best friends, and
our horses are best friends.
Yeah.
So
and then, well, not our horses, but
well, yeah, the horses we lease.
Yeah. We decided to get back into riding, and then we started looking at all of our options. Okay, and we're like, this barn's English.
Who can we go to?
This barn's English. They don't do much of any Western pleasure at all. Any Western game.
Because I was Western, and she was still deciding if she wanted to continue with English or Western.
Barn C actually was nice because they were mostly Western, but on certain days they did have
offered English. They had dressage.
It was always an option for me.
Yeah, we went to Barn C. Yeah. Everything was fine. I was texting back and forth with the girl. We were talking about like when we were gonna go out there and stuff. So we went up to go meet her. Everything was fine for the first week. The atmosphere of the barn changed a lot after a week of us going there. So we decided to remove ourselves from the situation. We're not going to go into too much detail about that. We decided to put an ad up on Facebook saying, hey, we're two girls looking to lease horses, looking to ride, da-da-da-da-da. And a girl messaged us. She was like, hey, I got two geldings, best friends. They'll ride anywhere, they'll do anything, but you need to be experienced. And I'm like, that's fine, we're experienced. Like, we've been before. We go meet them. They're absolutely amazing. We love them. Now we're riding them. So
yeah. Next topic, our current situation. So that is our current situation. We lease a horse each, the same place.
Taz.
Then Digger.
Those are the boys. They are amazing. Taz is a 16-year-old quarter horse buckskin.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Digger's a Palomino
quarter horse. Yeah. A lot of spunk in Taz. Taz got a lot of spunk to him.
Yeah. Digger's like, he's super calm, and he's a really good horse. Very cautious, but he also wants to know what like Taz is doing.
They're very attached to each other.
But they're so good. Like they're so
good. They're very well behaved.
Yeah.
She's amazing, their owner. Yeah. She's awesome. She said that if we ever get horses of our own, we can board them there. So that's gonna be nice. Because hopefully in the next year or two that happens. We've been looking. Brings us to the next point. Our plans and hopes for the future. I'm not in school right now. I'm not.
Neither. So just figuring out what we want to do.
Figuring out, like, I don't know.
Tried 2 different programs.
And they're not for me.
Not for me.
I wanted to work with animals. I just can't go away.
I think we both maybe also want to do a little bit of Western gaming if we ever get the chance to find like a decent trainer with decent prices and that stuff. We will take the time to come out. Yeah.
Barrels racing, because I know the basics, so I've been teaching her the basics. Digger already kind of basically knows the basics.
So it's nice when you have a horse that also kind of
both of them are kind of already know the pattern.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching.
That's pretty much all.
Well, like, share, subscribe, show your friends. Don't
show your friends. Until next time.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Be nice. Treat your horses well.
Yeah.